You know what we can do, guys, while we're chilling? I saw Brooke post a list of, what's it called? Her Disney Pixar tier list or something. And I'm just gonna say, I definitely disagree with some of her choices. Not to make it weird. Some of them were just strange. She put Big Hero 6 in like C tier. I'm just saying. I really liked Big Hero 6. And I can't believe she put it in C tier. She put Wreck-It Ralph pretty low too. And I kind of liked Wreck-It Ralph. She put Wall-E low tier also. No way, no way. Let me see. Let me, I don't want to pull it up because it is, she posted on Twitter, but I was just surprised. Yeah, she put Wall-E, like Tarzan even. Tarzan is like high tier, I'm just saying. Tarzan had some of the best music, I think, in almost any like thing. Okay, so I say all this, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see my tier list and absolutely disagree. But all right, since we got some time to chill, I'm going to also do a tier list because I saw Brooke do it. Okay, I don't know if I'm on the same tier list, but we'll just go through. Oh wait, there's no didn't watch tier. How do you add one, guys? Okay, so if I have never seen it, I'll leave it at the bottom. People are for sure going to disagree with mine, but let's just do it anyway. Listen, I'm gonna give this like a C just because I don't want to be mean. Like, I don't want to be too mean, but I did not like the movie in the least. Bug's Life. The grasshoppers were... I only saw this when I was a kid, and the grasshoppers actually gave me nightmares, so I gotta rate it, like, not super high. I didn't think it was bad, but, you know, if you're traumatized by a movie, I think it's fair to rate it not super high, just because it was sort of traumatizing, I feel like. You know, like, not my favorite. Aladdin is, like... I almost want to put it in S because it's really, really good, but I'll put it in A because A for Aladdin. I've actually never seen Alice in Wonderland. Aristocats, I think I left it on, but didn't actually watch it, so I don't know. Like, I can still try and rate it. I'd give it like a C or maybe a B. I feel like I didn't actually watch it is the thing. Like, I feel like it was on at some point, but I never actually watched. I don't know the storyline. Like, if someone asked me what the movie was about, I would have no idea. So I feel like I can't rate that, even though I think I've had it on before on the TV. So I'm going to leave it at the bottom. Atlantis. Was this one good? I'd give it like a... I feel like it was kind of good. Was it good? I don't remember. It's been so long. I feel like it was good, but I don't actually remember. I don't think it was as good as Aladdin. I don't know. You know what? If I don't remember, it can't be as good as Aladdin, right? It can't be. Just because I don't remember. But Bambi, I hate to say this, but I felt like it wasn't amazing. Like, I know Bambi, not amazing though. Like, I also don't remember it. I'm just going to say if I don't remember it, the rating's going to go down. Is all I can really say. Like, I don't know the storyline. I know the mom dies. That's all I got. So if I don't know the storyline, it's like kind of tough for me to give it a high rating. Either because I had terrible memory or because it was just not that good. Okay, Beauty and the Beast is like at least A. I might move this around a little bit, but Beauty and the Beast is super good. Big Hero 6 I think was also pretty good. We'll give it like a bit of a B here. S. We'll upgrade to S when we get through it because right now I don't want to rate it too high, you know, because if I rate it too high, it'll be like, you know, kind of tough to do that. The Black Cauldron, I think I actually saw this movie and I just didn't like it for some reason. Oh yeah, Bolt was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I didn't think it was great. Like, it wasn't amazing. Brother Bear was, the movie itself I didn't like, but it had really good music. I don't know, guys. Am I rating it on just the music or like the whole movie? Because like the movie wasn't my favorite, but it had some really good songs. I'm thinking A or B for this, but you know, B for Brother Bear. B for Brother Bear. Cars was like kind of good, I guess. Wasn't my favorite. You skipped Brave? That's because I never watched it. Yeah, Cars I'd say is like pretty good, I guess. Some of these A's might be moving up, by the way. Like, maybe. Chicken Little is just not good. I feel like... I watched this movie, and did not remember or like very much about it at all. Like, it just wasn't my movie. I don't know. The Sky is Falling. I mean, that's cool, but I just feel like it wasn't a great movie. I don't know. I barely remember anything about it. I give it like it's a C or a D for me. But I mean, and I almost want to move Bolt down because I remember not like it was just a strange concept. I don't know. Chicken Little's S tier. You are crazy. Yo, give it a C for Chicken just because I feel guilty. Cinderella, definitely one of those ones that like everybody knows and it's pretty good. Coco, I'm gonna throw that in S immediately just because it's Coco, and that one, like, absolutely no doubt that one was an S. It can't not be. What? You guys don't think Coco's good? I feel like Coco's like one of the best ones ever. I feel like a lot of the A rankers, I give it just because they have good music and stuff. But Coco was like, I think I almost cried on that one. That was for sure one of the best movies ever, I feel like. For me, at least. Because it's like pretty rare to actually feel something during a movie. And like that one for sure. S for me, at least. Okay, Dinosaur was like... I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch it when it first came out. I saw it way later, and it just looked like garbage, not going to lie. Like, the CGI was just bad. But I didn't see it until like 20 years after it came out or something. So like, this is a biased opinion, I'm going to say. But like, I saw it late and it did not hold up. D for Dinosaur is all I can say. I do remember the part when they like fight off those, I'll upgrade it to C. But I mean, Rude, listen guys, it's not bad. But like, when I saw it, it was like a few years ago, and let me tell you, it did not look great a few years ago. So, I mean, that's all I got. Never seen Dumbo. Emperor's New Groove, that's like an S rank for sure. It's D? Well, I just felt guilty because everyone was complaining. For me, I thought it wasn't great. Emperor's New Groove, easily S tier. Finding Nemo, also S tier. Fantasia, is that the one with like literally like no talking or anything? I feel like this was... if I remember this right, Fantasia was the one where there's just like stuff happening. There's no context, and I was just lost and confused the whole time. So I'm going to put it like D tier just because it made no sense to me. But I don't know. Is that just me? Is that the one? Did I mix it up or... I never watched it. I think it was the one where like I just had no idea what was happening. I was like 5 years old. Made absolutely no sense to me. But the music, the song was not as good as like Beauty and the Beast. I don't remember a single song from there. Let's see, Fox and I haven't seen these. Oh man, Frozen. Okay, this is gonna be the one everyone hates me for, but I'm gonna put Frozen in like a solid like B. Like it's not terrible. Like it's okay, but I feel like a lot of people are probably expecting me to put it like here or here, but you can't tell me like Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast songs were not better than Frozen. Like Frozen wasn't bad. It's a good movie. Everyone knows it, but guys, Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast, I think just have better songs, better storyline. Like everything about it was better, at least in my opinion. Good Dinosaur. Watched this with my sister. Made absolutely no sense. It's an absolute D rank. I hate to spoil the movie for you, but I watched that movie with my sister, right? And the whole storyline, right, is that there's these dinosaurs that like live on a farm or something, and when you do something useful for the family, you get to leave your little handprints on the farm, and they call it like making your mark on the farm, right? So here's what happens. The dinosaur gets lost for 3 days, comes back alive, and then they say, oh yeah, put your handprints on. I'm like, how's that make any sense? The whole premise of the movie was you do something useful, and then you get to leave your handprint. But he just got lost, and they have no idea what happened. He just comes back, and they just give it to him. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? Movie made no sense. I watched it. It was just strange. Like, your dad just said, don't die, and you get the thing. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, wait, what happened to the whole plot of the movie? I thought you had to do something useful. This guy just didn't die for like 2 days, and then they gave it to him. It just made no sense. But I did watch that. Hercules is for sure S tier. Super great music. Good storyline. Hunchback of Notre Dame gave me nightmares, but I don't think it was bad. So I'd give it like a B, probably. At least a B. I don't know these ones, so I'm gonna have to leave that there. The Incredibles was pretty good. Like, I don't think it was up here, but I do think it was at least A. Like, at least A. The only reason I don't want to give it an S is because it didn't have like insane music that you just want to sing every time you're like in the shower or something, you know? So it's at least A. I think it's really good, but I feel like if it had a song that you want to sing every time you get in the shower, that would do it. Inside Out was also very good. Jungle Book I actually didn't see, but I've heard the songs and I think it's good. So I'll put it at least B, but I technically haven't seen it. So Lilo and Stitch is S tier. Lady and the Tramp I didn't see. I saw one scene of them eating spaghetti. So I'll give it like a C. I don't know. I didn't actually see it, so let's see. I'm just gonna not do that one. Lion King, this is another one people won't like me for, but I didn't think it was that great. I think it was bad, but I definitely think Aladdin, Beauty of the, like, all those were better. So I'll put it in B also. Like, it's pretty good. It's like a classic that I'll always remember, but it's not like it left an impact on me. You know? It really didn't leave an impact on me. These aren't in order, guys. They're not in order. It's not like left side's better than right side. It's just up and down. That's it. I feel like it's a classic that everyone knows, but it's not like it affected me in some way. Like, it didn't have a song I really loved. The storyline was pretty good, I guess. And then the worst part is they absolutely milked it, guys. They milked it. There's like 10 different Lion Kings, and it doesn't go up to 10 because they did like Lion King 1.5. They did Lion King 1.254. Like, it was just strange. Just strange how much they milked it. So I feel like I gotta rate it like a little bit lower just because of that. Hakuna Matata was good, yeah. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe A. Like, it's like very close to A, but I feel like it's just a little too, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite-ish, kind of, sort of. Little Mermaid is S for sure. Like, that one had super good songs. Yeah, it's just good in general. I kind of like that one. Mona? Oh, man. Okay, Mona was, I mean, it had a good song, but, like, it wasn't great. I'd put it, like, B, somewhere in B. Wasn't bad at all. There were things I liked about it, but overall wasn't my favorite. It did have, like, 1 or 2 good songs. I just want to be nice to it. I don't know. Dude, I could put it in, it's like BC to me. I mean, it's not crazy good, but it's, you know, it's, like, not terrible, I guess. Monsters, Inc. That was a good one. That's, like, at least A. Mulan, also easily A. Nightmare Before Christmas is... This is a tough one. Because the movie scared me, but it does have really good music. I'll put it in A. I'll put it in A just because it did have really good music. Don't really know the plot of the movie. And it was scary. But I feel like it had a really good song. Mulan's S tier. It kind of almost is, but I feel like I've listened to the song too much that I just can't. I don't know. I feel like it's overplayed. And that's not even the movie's fault. It really isn't. It's suffering for success, I'm just going to say. Just, it is really good, though. I don't know. Let's see. A's really good, guys. Like, I feel like the only point where you should be bothered is if I took, like, Mulan and put it down here, you should be like, man, that's terrible. But, like, if you think it's an S and I put it on A, we're pretty much agreeing, right? We're pretty much agreeing there. It's not like we're disagreeing. If I put it in A and you say it's an S, that's pretty dang close. It's not crazy. But if I, like, take something really good and put it at the bottom, like, if your favorite movie is, I don't know, The Good Dinosaur, you think it should be up here? Then you're just wrong. No, I'm kidding. But then definitely there's a disagreement. But if we're pretty much saying the same thing, I think it's fine. Okay, let's keep going real quick. Peter Pan was pretty good. It's pretty good. I feel like it was pretty good-ish. Wasn't my favorite, but I've heard things related to Peter Pan that I did like. But the movie, the exact movie itself, like this specific movie, not exactly my favorite, like, rendition of it. Is that the word? I'll put it in B because, like, I like Peter Pan in general. I've heard, like, some good things. Is that Pirates of the Caribbean? I didn't know that was... I guess that's owned by Disney. I'm not sure. Pinocchio is, like, okay. It's not my favorite. I don't remember much. I watched it when I was 3. Pirates of the Caribbean's, like, for sure an A. Maybe an S even. I mean, it had good music. A or an up there. I'm just going to say up there or, like, not. Pocahontas was actually quite good. That's for sure also, like, at least an A, I think. Kind of freaked me out when I was a kid, but their songs, they had some good songs in there. Princess and the Frog, I didn't see. Ratatouille's like an S for me easily. I think that one song they sing, the Festin or something, it was one of my favorite songs, like, ever. I actually listen to that, like, anytime. So I think that one's for sure S rank. Then what else? Robin Hood, Sleeping... I didn't see any of these, actually. Star Wars? I didn't know that was a thing. I'm going to put Star Wars in A, and let me tell you why. Because a lot of it is ultra good, but some of it they went the wrong way with. So if we're looking at Star Wars as a whole, there's definitely some Star Warses were not as good as others, right? I think we can all agree on that. So I'm going to give it a bit of an A just because, like, yeah, some of them were ultra good, and some of them, the universe as a whole is good, but I do feel like some of the movies and stuff were, like, a little not as good, is all I can say. Like, my favorite Star Wars was Lego Star Wars, is all I'm saying. So let's see. Tangled is S for sure. I feel like the music was great, story was great, literally everything about Tangled was just great. Just great. I Can See the Light, one of my favorite songs. I heard a super good cover it. So, yeah, that's S tier for sure. Tarzan is also... I kind of want to give it an S tier. And this is one I think a lot of people don't rate as high, but let me explain. Let me explain, guys. Tarzan had some of the best music ever. Phil Collins. I rarely know the name of the dude, but Tarzan has some of the best movies ever. And it was one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts worlds. So I give it an S just because, yeah, movie's great. The songs are insane. Like, I listened to multiple songs from that movie. And the Kingdom Hearts world was super cool. So I'd give that for sure S tier. Let's see. What else? Toy Story is... I'd give it, like, a solid A. The first one was my favorite movie when I was a kid. And then it just got strange after, like, the 5th one or not the 5th one, but they definitely juiced it. I feel like when they juice something too much, it means it's good, but at the same time, it's like I just feel like I like it a little bit less when they're juicing it too much, you know? And you're rating the whole thing, right? Treasure Planet was... Oh, man, I don't know if people are going to agree with me here. I'm wanting to put it in S. I really want to put it in S because I feel like it was just good. I've watched it more than once, even when I was, like, older, and I just feel like it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The old man was, like, a really good dude, you know? I kind of want to put it here, but I don't know if people are going to feel the same thing I'm feeling here. Don't know what Treasure Planet is. I thought it was a good movie. Tron, I didn't watch. This one's going to get me flamed, but I did not watch Up. I've never seen it, but I've heard good things about it. So I'm going to put it... I feel like I got to put it in A just because, but I've actually never seen it before. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. But yeah, I haven't seen it. WALL-E, I thought also was good. Haven't seen all of it either, actually. I thought it was good, but I did sort of fall asleep. But he's really cute, so I put him at least in A. But I didn't see the whole movie, so it's kind of bad. Winnie the Pooh was good. I like Winnie the Pooh a lot. I used to have a Piglet plushie when I was a kid. He was my favorite character because he was kind of like shy and not confident. So I liked Piglet a lot. So I'd give Winnie the Pooh like pretty high rating. Wreck-It Ralph if you include the second one, I'd give it at least an A. Like, for sure, at least an A. I think some of the music was, like, pretty good. And then the other thing was, there's this scene on in the second movie where he, like, reads the YouTube comments and he gets hard flamed. And I feel like, I just kind of like that because I was like, you know, it is tough. It is tough dealing with getting flamed on the internet, you know? You think you get used to it, but you kind of, you know, you get a little used to it, but it never feels good knowing that a bunch of people hate you. And yeah, it's something you deal with every day. And I feel like a lot of people think I don't get tons of hate, but I definitely do. I definitely do. I mean, I shouldn't bring much attention to it, but there's definitely people who just will send me the worst messages all the time, every day, actually. They're dedicated. So, yeah, definitely not great. Not great. So I did like Wreck-It Ralph. It's pretty good. You know, just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you have to be a bad guy or something. Okay, this next one, Zootopia, guys. I think I don't know if I'm going to get judged for this. This is the last one because I haven't seen these two. Zootopia, for me, was like an S rank. I don't know if people are going to disagree with me, but I feel like it had a lot of like lessons in the movie. I thought there's a very good storyline. So, I mean, I just thought it was good. And the biggest thing is the way it was presented to me, right? When I was first watching it, I was just like, yeah, this is going to be a cheesy kids movie. And then after actually watching it, I was like, oh, wait, that was like kind of a good movie with like actual like things that I feel like anyone could like kind of take in and learn something from it. So I thought it was really good. I thought it was really, really good. I feel like just because I thought it was just a derpy kids movie, and it ended up being like really, really good. So I think partially I'm rating it higher just because it surprised me, and then partially because hopefully it was actually good. I don't know if everyone agrees with me on that, but yeah, I'd say this is about it. The ones at the bottom I didn't see. And this is most of it. All right, guys, what do you disagree with the most? And let me tell you, don't waste your time saying like, oh, this one's like, I don't know, up is an A, it should be an S. That's like a waste of a disagree because it's not even disagreeing. Like if I said it was an A and you said it's an S, we're both agreeing that it's very good. And I think that's perfectly fine. But if there's something like, I don't know, you just hate Tarzan, think it should be down here, that'd be a thing. Moana should be higher. You think? I feel like I didn't like it much. I mean, I could put it in B comfortably, but not much higher than that just because I feel like it had like one or two good songs and I don't even know what the storyline was, honestly. So, I mean, you haven't seen Marvel? What the heck is Marvel? Well, I don't see it down here. I mean, I know what Marvel is. I mean, oh, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I'll give this like an A. I give it like, it was good, but it's not like, you know, I feel like I can't put it much higher than that, but just because it's too big. Like, I like Iron Man and Spider-Man a lot, but like, you know, I hate to pick on someone, but, you know, Hawkeye isn't that cool, so it's like, it's too big of a universe. It's really hard to, you know, I mean, yeah. Anyway, Lamau, guys, it's true. I'm just saying, like, I can't put it in S because it's like, you know, it ain't that crazy. And Kanto would also be an S for me, for sure. Pocahontas was awful. I didn't like the movie, but it did have some good songs. So I feel like some of the songs were good. Let's see. Need to watch Up. Yeah, we probably will. Lion King should be higher. I can move it up to A, actually. For sure, we can move that to A, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. I think that's it. Like, I'm just going to say if it's A and up, that means I thought it was good or really good. B and below was, like, pretty kind of good, but I'm not going to rewatch it, probably. Then C and D is just, I just didn't like it that much. Pretty much. So, that's how I would put it. Big Hero 6 is a B. I did like it. I mean, I don't think I don't know if I can put it in A. Why is Fantasia in D tier? Because I don't know what's happening. There was no words. There was no story as far as I could tell, and I was just lost. So I feel like I can't put it too high because it made no sense to me. Snow White? I didn't see Snow White. So is that the Black Cauldron in D? I saw it and I didn't know it. Okay, well, you know, let's close that, guys, before something weird happens.